My camera is charging, so the screen is bright. Hello everyone. I just made a video that I might not upload because it's very long. It's like 30 minutes of me ranting about nothing because I can't speak. And that was actually the entire focus of the video, that I can't speak, and trauma from my dad. That's basically what it was. And I don't think I normally make videos about that. Well, if I'm ranting and I'm crying, then maybe. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is because I brought up my English teacher in my last video, and I was like, I should make a video about this. I really should. And it's funny because this is not the first time I've mentioned shout out Mr. Green in one of my YouTube videos. I made a 30-second YouTube video talking about how I had a dream about being in his classroom and I'd graduated. Oh my god, dude, the feelings of being graduated, like, it's actually insane. Like, it feels really weird. And I cried really bad when I said bye to him when I graduated. Oh my god, I cried so fucking hard. Even, like, I think it was probably like 2-3 weeks after that, after I graduated, I still cried about it. Really interesting. Yeah. I've never been so close to a teacher before, which is interesting. I don't know. I had like a really good relationship with my science teacher, and actually, I found her on Facebook because she sells like bead craft stuff, and I don't know what I really liked her and I loved marine science and stuff like that, but it just wasn't there was something missing, you know. The thing about Mr. Green was, I think I started the first I had a class with him junior year, I think. Junior year of high school, and I think he really liked my energy. You know, I'm really friendly and stuff like that. I just got along with him well. And another thing that was really, like, again, people are, I don't know. Anyway, another thing that was like really a good thing that fit together was we both had liberal views that were, they're not radical, but to people that are, I don't know how to explain it. He wasn't afraid to talk about his beliefs, and that was something that was, I mean, you're not supposed to do that as a teacher, but I very much appreciated it. I remember senior year, I think, I don't know if anyone else was around, because there was a lot of times when I would, like, I think it was study hall. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I had a study hall or something like that. I would go into his classroom and just do whatever, talk or, you know, be on my computer. I don't know. And this was when the Palestine v. Israel was really starting to pick up in the news. And we had Palestine, I don't know if there were protests for Palestine at UConn, and there was big debates, mostly against what they were doing, which is bullshit, again, by the way. Mr. Green told me that, I mean, he's, I don't want to, again, here I am doubting myself, it's so fucking annoying. He basically told me, he was like, you know, people are shutting these kids down for standing up for what they believe in, and it's bullshit because what they're doing is not illegal, and like, they're being strong and doing what they think is right, and it's very admirable. And he just said it's just bullshit that people are so mad about this, and, you know, it's perfectly in their right, in saying that these people should be arrested for peaceful protests is just insane. And the thing is, that really isn't that radical of a belief, to be like, hey, it's a peaceful protest, maybe we shouldn't, like, arrest people, maybe? But I am around a lot of people, just being in Connecticut, like, we're a left-wing state. Again, I mentioned this in my other video, but I don't know if I'm gonna upload it, so I'm gonna repeat it again. Connecticut is a left-wing state, and somehow Right-wing Donald Trump supporters are the most vocal group that we fucking have. And it's insane to me because they know that they won't get in trouble for anything. Because they're the aggressors. Sorry, I'm gonna fucking say it. They're the aggressors. Everyone's like, oh, SJWs, I'm gonna get canceled. You're fine, okay? You're fine. What we have to worry about, people of minority groups, is, I don't know, maybe the things that we've been worried about from people like you having extremist beliefs like that for a long time. Anyway, so hearing him say things like that and just being open about it, you know, was like I was surprised because my biggest hater, my biggest op is my dad, and he disagrees with everything, anything that I say, and he turns it on himself like, oh, you don't agree with anything I say, when it's like, well, maybe you don't be so insane. So I don't know why you're blaming this on me, like you believe everything I say and I just don't believe you. Like I don't know what you're. But anyway, and and there was other stuff too, but I can't really think about it. Like I don't know what it. I don't remember what it was, but sorry, I got distracted. Mr. Green made me feel like I had valid beliefs, which, like, if you're online, it's like you can find your belief anywhere and people would support you, but in real life, it's different. And my friends are different because they're also Gen Z, fucking liberal kids, but to have an adult male figure to look up to and be like, okay, this guy actually thinks what I think, and I'm not crazy, I'm not fucking insane. Which is, again, another liberal thing, okay? I'm sorry that you feel so oppressed because you're right wing, but if you have liberal beliefs, you're gonna get a lot of shit for it all the time, okay? I've always gotten through my whole life. Other than liberal beliefs, it made me feel very validated, and it was a very weird feeling to me. I'm trying to think. I always try to make my videos very concise. Sometimes you can't do that. And, oh yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's probably 2:30 at this point, actually. Oh my god, it's probably almost 3. Women's Rights Day was yesterday. Anyway. And I drank a coffee at 10 p.m. and then took a sleeping pill, so now my brain's all confused. So, sorry if this doesn't make any sense, but I was, like, really mad, today, and I couldn't sleep either, so I was just like, I gotta talk about something positive. Let's talk about something else. Mr. Green thought I was so entertaining, like, all the time, and I really appreciated that. Senior year, being in that class, like, I felt like a star, almost. Not because of him, just because of him, but because also everyone else in the class, like, it felt like they listened to me, and it was really weird. And I actually told them that. I told them that when I was standing at the podium and I was talking, and I said something, I don't remember, but it was like, you know, basically what I said, like, hey, I really appreciate that you guys make me feel like you pay attention to me when I talk. It's, you know, I appreciate that very much, and I appreciate you guys for doing that. And they were like, oh, that's so cute. And, you know, my class is small. It's not like a college class. Maybe, like, I don't know. I'm really bad with numbers. I'd say maybe a little bit more than 10 people in the class. It's really small. They're really good at paying attention. You know, like 1 or 2 would, like, scroll on their phone a little bit. But Mr. Green would be full attention to whatever I was talking about. And it was it was so important to me. I printed out pictures of my teacher and the class, actually. I love that class so much that I have printed pictures of my teacher and my class, which I don't know if I want to show because I don't want to, like, I'm fucking practically doxing him at this point, so I'm not going to do that. But that was another thing. I just felt so validated as a person. And the thing is, like, being in an English class, writing about your beliefs and proving points and stuff like that, that's important. And I remember there's a few things, like, small things, because, like I said, me and Mr. Green, we practically fucking agreed on a lot of things. But there was some things that, yeah, I would write about that would be a different viewpoint to him, and he wouldn't complain about it, and he told me that I made compelling arguments, which I rarely hear at all, even to this day. I really rarely hear that I have anything of substance to say at all. And it really breaks my heart, but I think about Mr. Green a lot. And, like, I genuinely do, and because a lot of times I go through these, issues where I'm like, oh, I hate men and stuff like that, it happens. Honestly, I think almost every woman goes through that once in a while. They're like, oh, fucking, I hate men. And two people I think about, Mr. Green and Weird Al. Those are the two guys that I think about when I'm like, I need to think about an adult male figure that has not failed me yet. I think about Mr. Green a lot because it's just like, he had such a positive impact on my life. I don't know if he fully understands. And, like, I don't know. And, like, we had such a good student and teacher relationship. I remember even a few times, this has happened at least twice, but we were going down, because once in a while, like, our class would be, like, ahead of shit, and he'd be like, oh, there's gonna be an assembly or something, or whatever the fuck. Sometimes they would have, like, practice plays, and a few classes would go see, and we'd be like, let's go sneak in. And he would sit next to me, and once in a while, we'd say something, because you don't want to interrupt play or anything. And he'd sit next to me, which was weird to me. Not weird, but, like, it was foreign to me because I don't know how to explain it. I've always described myself as being the main character's best friend. I'm the second one that comes second. But Mr. Green made me feel like I came first, almost, which, again, it's a class. It's not like that. Like, oh my god, I feel like almost like I was like the teacher's pet. That's very interesting. I've never been that before. Anyway, Mr. Green made me feel intelligent, which, was very interesting. Because everyone likes to debate. Because it's like, oh, like, debates are good. But it's also really rare to find a good one where people actually know how to talk to each other. And it was refreshing that Mr. Green disagreed with me sometimes. We didn't always have to debate. That was nice. People, like, I don't know why. I never, like, see that anymore. It's always like, oh, yeah, well, and then it's etc., etc. People just like to fight. And Mr. Green, like, like, I don't know how to, I don't know, like, he was a very positive male figure in my life, and I really needed that. I was open enough with him about a lot of things. I remember my mom, because I was, wait, oh my god. So Mr. Green is just a really good guy all around, and some of my fondest memories are, we would have, like, family trauma, sessions. Like, oh my god. We would be in, like, we'd go to, like, a special room to, like, read or some shit as a class, and we would get sidetracked where we would actually go around the class and be like, hey, do you want to add something to this conversation about, like, family trauma? Like, we would talk about stuff like that, which is crazy. I've never had that ever. And, like, when I talked, it was so fucking crazy because people, like, looked at me and they listened, and people would laugh when I talked. And even with my own friends, it doesn't happen. Honestly, my own best friend, has been ignoring me lately, and I feel really lonely, and, I sent her a video that I made, and at the end of the video, I said something like, hey, I know you're not gonna watch this right away, or maybe you won't watch it at all, and, she didn't, She never watched the video that I made for her. So, yeah, again, another small thing that makes me feel like, I'm not being taken seriously, and who knows what you actually think of me, because, and it's like, I have so much doubt in my head because of things and anxiety and stuff like that. And Mr. Green, I don't ever remember being afraid to talk in that class. Again, something so foreign to me, where I felt like I was important. Like, I was a person in that class. I was a person that people liked, and, like, I felt, I just, like, I can't explain the feeling, especially if you're not used to feeling the opposite way. It's hard to explain. And, also, another small thing, that's really big to me is, he asked me, because I was wearing colored nails, before, again, graduation. Oh my god. Oh, wait, hold on. That's another thing. Okay, I'm not gonna be completely detailed about this, but, I was under the influence of a little bit of something, that may or may not be illegal, okay? And sometimes it makes you do things that, are questionable, and because I have bipolar disorder, and it was very stressful time in my life because I was graduating and I was really freaked out, I went on Google Classroom and typed up an entire rant about, feeling, really just insane about graduation. And I was like, guys, does anyone else feel like this? Like, why are we, like, we're on this planet for no reason, and, like, we have to just go to work and go to school and stuff like that, and it just sucks. And I eventually deleted that in the morning because, as far as I know, no one saw it because no one replied. And I was like, I can't believe I actually typed that. But I did talk to him afterwards and was like, hey, I was talking to my philosophy teacher about this. I was like, hey, so what do you think about this? And, it's really simple, it's kind of, it's a simple response, but basically he was like, you gotta take it day by day and appreciate the simple things, and not think about it in a big scale like that, because it will drive you crazy. And the thing is, even though that's really simple advice, I trusted him. I trust him a lot. And because I trust him, I was able to absorb that information without being critical and judgmental about it. Again, very odd feeling. All around great guy. I think, oh yeah, at least 2 books. Into the Wild. I loved Into the Wild. A lot of people did not like that book. Chris McCandless, that's his name, went into Alaska, died because he was an idiot. He was an idiot. And I made the argument that, I actually really liked the book. And, I talked to Mr. Green about how much I love the book, and he let me have a copy of the book, which I think is not okay by the school district. And another thing, we ran out of time to go through all the books that, was in the curriculum, and I talked to him about how much I wanted to read the Malcolm X book, which I actually didn't do yet. That was a while ago. It was a very long time ago. But, because I talked to him before when we were like, oh, what book should we read? And I was like, I want to read Malcolm X. And I was like the only person in the class who wanted to read that one. And at the end, again, getting closer to graduation, I was like, Mr. Green, you said that we would read this book and we never did. And he was like, do you want a copy of the book? And, I was like, yeah. And he signed the inside of the book too. I asked him, I was like, Mr. Green, can you please sign the inside of my book? Oh, and that reminds me, actually, you know what? Don't look because I have no pants on. But, sorry, excuse all the fucking shit I have on my desk. I'm gonna show you guys something. Because the books that I have from him are downstairs in my laundry room, but Ooh, my iron deficiency's kicking in. Shit. Don't drop it. Don't drop the book. Okay. I have a, 2024 graduation book. And I asked him to sign the inside of it. So I'm gonna find... Oh, and I have a lot of signatures from other people in my class, like this one. Yeah, I love these very much. Where is Mr. Green's? It's in the back. Where is it? Where? Oh. Oh, yep, here it is. Okay, let me see. Okay, so, this is an example of, just the type of guy he is. Anyway, June or July? June. June 11th, 24. I think he added that date, because that's not my handwriting, which is interesting, because it's actually, I don't think anyone else did that. Anyway, anyway, I'm getting distracted. It says, Sam, hasta la pasta, my favorite amigas. Thank you so much for my B-Day present. What was the... I think it was a poster of all the things he said. I think that's... It was like my favorite quotes from him, which is on his door, by the way, when you enter the classroom. I think that's what the birthday present was. I think that's what it was, yeah. And I hope you get where you need to go. Let me know if you ever need an emotional or financial loan. Thank you for keeping me sane. And this is a quote that I took when I was crying to him and being sad. I asked, will I ever see you again? And he said, someday in the afterlife. Ha ha ha. Write that down. And again, that's because I wrote down a lot of things that he said that I thought were really funny. So, I did. I wrote that down. And, very interesting. Yeah, it's just... Yeah. I don't know. It's just, like, so amazing. It sucks kind of a lot that, like, that person is no longer in my life anymore. That was really hard for me. Like, even, like, before graduation, like, I was thinking about that a lot. I was like, oh my god, all these people that I know, I'm not gonna fucking see them ever again. I thought about Mr. Green a lot, too. I was like, I'm really gonna miss this class. That's why I spent so much time in that class. I spent so much time in that classroom. Oh, wait, but the point that I was getting to, graduation, it was coming up. It was, like, the next day, or, no, yes. It was, like, 2 days away from, the last day we were gonna be in the classroom, so I had my nails done. It was, like, it was Cosmic Candy colors from New York Experience. And, Mr. Green asked me, he was like, why are your nails, or no, he was like, oh, your nails are nice, and I said, thank you, they're from my favorite band, they're the colors of my favorite band, and he was like, oh, what's your favorite band, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm always like this, where I'm like, oh, it's embarrassing, you know, like, it doesn't, cause I always think my music taste is trash, but maybe I should stop doing that. My favorite band is the Orion Experience, don't come after me, come on, relax. And he was like, oh, I don't remember what it was. I think he said like, oh, I'll look that up and listen to some of the music. And I was like, oh, you don't have to do that, you know. And he pulled it up on his computer, and he pulled up the whole album. That's so sweet. He pulled up the whole Cosmic Candy album, and he listened to the music in the background while he was working on other things. He took a minute to, like, actually, like, look at it. And I have a picture of that. I have a picture of him looking at his computer and looking at the Cosmic Candy cover album. And he was like, this is really nice. Like, this is good music. I like this. And I was like, wow. Wow. Because I don't know if I've ever had anyone be that supportive, actually. I can't think of anyone who was like, who just played the whole album for me. And my music is very sensitive to me. Because it's a part of me that, you know, it's very emotional for me. Like, it's artsy. It's something artsy that I care about. And when he did that, it wasn't about, he wasn't like, oh, well, even if he didn't like the music and he was lying to me, I appreciate that he told me that he liked it. And he played it, and he didn't say anything about it, which is, again, really rare, because, like, my dad, oh my god, he wouldn't fucking stop complaining about every song. And that was, like, really important to me. That was really important that he did that, and again, he doesn't even, I really doubt that he would understand that. Like, I don't know if people understand that, because it's rare for people who even like indie music to understand that. And when he played the whole album for me, it, like, meant so much to me. And it was just, that was just so nice. On top of that, another nice thing he did for me was, he went down to a teacher's meeting or something, and they had free food, and he brought me up snacks. And he brought me up little candies and stuff like that. And again, at this point, it was just me in the classroom while it was dark, and he was just on his computer, and I was on my computer. My desk was right next to his. I'd just be doing stuff, because I knew that I'd miss him really bad, and, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be here in here for study hall, because I can't fucking, like, I'm not ready, and I'm really scared. Yeah, I have, he gave me socks, because he was like, oh, some, student gave these to me, and I don't want these. And I was like, oh, I'll take them. And I gave them to my dad, actually, because I was like, will I wear these? Probably not. But it was like my dad, I don't know if it was his birthday or what was happening, maybe Father's Day, probably Father's Day. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give these to my dad, and I still have them. Anyway. Beautiful thing. Just beautiful thing. Oh my god, the field trips. No. Those were so good. At least 2 field trips we went on. I remember the first one, I didn't have money for food, so he bought me a muffin, and that was very nice. That was junior year. We were going to see a play, and then the next one, I believe it was All My Sons. The first one was Agatha Christie's, The Mouse Trap, I think. The second one was All My Sons, and he sat behind me with another teacher. Or maybe he sat in front of me. I don't remember. I don't know. He sat near me, though. Great experience. Both were in Hartford, but I love being in the city once in a while. Again, very nice, big deal to me. It's so many nice things. The only bad memory I ever have, I ever had, and the reason this made such an impact on me was because I liked him so much. We were doing work or something, I think. Or maybe we were watching something, I don't know. But I had one headphone off and one headphone on, and I was listening to Bang. It was like, what's his name? I don't remember. It's with Maroon, wait, the guy from Maroon 5, I don't know his name either. You know, the one, she shot me, bang, bang, she shot me, that one. I was listening to that, and he was like, Sam, you gotta take your headphones off. Like, I can't have you listen to music in my class. I was like, oh, okay. I was so embarrassed. But it's okay. Like, that was the only bad thing. And sometimes when I hear that song, I'm like, oh my gosh, that one time Mr. Green is mad at me. That's okay. Oh, another thing. Oh my god. again, getting closer to graduation, I was starting to freak out. I was starting to have, like, some mental health issues. And, I went into his room during lunchtime, I think, and I was messing with, like, his, the blinds on the windows. I was trying to make him go up or down. I don't remember. Probably make him go up. And I don't remember what he said. It was, something like, don't do that or something like that. And I was like, okay. And then before class started, I left the school and I went and got a pizza. That was the first thing I think I ever bought with my own money. I went down and got a pizza. And then I went on Snapchat, and because we had a class Snapchat or something. No, we didn't. I think I just uploaded to my story. And I was like, hey, I got a pizza, by the way. Like, I walked all the way down the street. It was like, how far is my school? Like, a mile or two. And then I went down the street, got a pizza. I went on Snapchat, and someone from my class called me, and they showed me to Mr. Green. And the whole class, they just thought it was fucking hilarious. It was awesome. And then the reason I'm saying this is because afterwards, he was like, I don't remember what it was, but he was like, I feel responsible for that whole outburst, and I'm really sorry. And I was like, it's not your fault. It was not your fault for what you said. That it wasn't that. I don't remember what it was. I think, man, no, I remember what it was. It's freaking philosophy class got me thinking, and I was like, I can do whatever I want, and I just have to deal with the consequences. I have to weigh the consequences out, and the consequences of what I'm about to do aren't that bad, so I'm gonna do it, even though I'm not supposed to. And it's weird. That's literally the only reason. And because I got stopped by security or something. Yeah, I got stopped by security. They stopped me from leaving, and then they were like, can you at least just come in and sign out? So I was like, okay, fine. And they were like, why are you running away? And I was like, I just want to. Like, that's literally all I want. Like, I just want to leave. No reason. They were like, oh, class sucks or whatever. I'm like, no, I just want to be able to exit the building. I just want to know that I can exit the building. Really weird thing. If you are somehow from my high school and you know who the philosophy teacher is, another thing I just want to mention in case I forget, my brother's one of his best friends are in Mr. Green's class. I think the semester changed, so not anymore. But apparently Mr. Green was talking about me because someone asked about the door poster, and he apparently, this is via my brother's friend saying, obviously, and then my brother saying it to me, that I was one of his favorite students, and that made a big impact on me again, because I think that healed something in me from 6th grade, because I might have been 6th grade. I had a teacher, a science teacher, a Miss C, and I loved her so much. Like, I had so much fun with her. And then when I eventually graduated 8th grade, I think, she didn't remember me anymore, and that hurt so bad because I really liked her. Like, even when I remember seeing her, because when we graduated, we did this weird thing where we went to all the elementary schools, and we were like, hey, look at us, we're graduating now, we came from here. And I saw her again, and I was like, I remember the feeling when I saw you, and you didn't remember me, and you're definitely not gonna remember me now. Which is funny, because I saw another teacher at the place that I worked, and he remembered me, so it hurt my feelings. And when he said, that he remembered me and I was one of his favorite students, it healed a part of me that made me feel like I was memorable, I guess. And another thing, I don't remember I do remember we had conversations about, oh my god, yeah, and he opened up a little bit about his own family trauma to me. And because I was really curious, so I asked him, because he said that I think he didn't talk to his mom for like 10 years or something. He still doesn't. And he just talked to me about it. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. And Also another thing, this is really small, but he grew up vegan, which is crazy. And his parents were like hippies and stuff. And he's still vegetarian, I think, which is, I was just blown away, because it was like, all the time, all the fucking time, you're like, oh, if you do this to kids, it's bad, and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, you're living proof that, you know, you came from an upbringing that was problematic, and not the vegan part, and you were also vegan, which is interesting, and you came out really good, to me, at least, because he was like, oh, I saw a lot of problems, obviously, but such a positive impact on me. And it's so interesting because people like my dad came from a very privileged background, and he's not a good person. He's just not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People say that all the time about their parents, but I'm actually for real. Like, he's just not he was not a good influence on me. And Mr. Green, coming from a problematic background, to the point where he doesn't talk to his mother at all anymore, and I think he still talks to his dad once in a while. And he's such a good person. Mr. Green is a great person. That really showed me, it's just kind of amazing how people adapt and change based on what they've gone through. But we were talking, and I think I mentioned to him, I was like, hey, I feel like because of how the world is, like, sometimes I wonder if I can bring children into this world, because I had talked about that before. He asked me something like, do I want to be a mom? And I was like, yeah, I want to have like 1,000,000 kids, but sometimes I'm afraid because of just how the world is and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, you're definitely going to want kids. That's not going to matter when you want kids and stuff like that. And he told me that I would be a great mom. And that's not the first time that I heard that. Like, even my parents tell me that. But it was just really interesting to hear that from someone who isn't related to me or anything. That was interesting to me. And I don't exactly know why he said that. Like, I don't know what it was that would make me a good mom. But, again, made an impact on me. Yeah. And, just a lot of things. He made me feel appreciated and smart and a valuable member of society, and that I would do something with my life. And he was an inspiration in a lot of ways. And I don't know anyone who was as opinionated and as headstrong as him in a good way. Like, even my mom. I love my mom, but she's not exactly like very expressive and like passionate about. I mean, she's not a teacher, Teachers have. He was a good teacher. He did a good job. And like, I don't even know. Like, I've said a lot of good things about him. I can't think of anything that was ever an issue. No one ever said anything bad about Mr. Green. Other than people had issues with him, which issues, the kids were problematic, sorry. They just are. And I just, it's kind of crazy because Mr. Green, was a better father figure to me than I think my own dad. I honestly fucking believe that Mr. Green, in the time I knew him, which was 2 years, I think, he did more for me than my own dad has my entire life. Because Mr. Green never gave me any problems. My dad gives me problems every day. And I know it's different because it's like, oh, well, you live with your dad, and, things are different when you really get to know someone, and I know, but it's different, and I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, sorry, I was hearing noises, and I get a little bit paranoid at night, and I'm really freaking tired. yeah, I already talked a lot. I don't really know what else, to say, but, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I don't know what the point of this video exactly is. I just really wanted to put something positive out there. This video is really long, but I really don't care because I wonder, like, maybe, I hope one day, like, Mr. Green is like, oh my gosh, I remember she has a YouTube channel, because he has a YouTube channel, like, a vlogging channel for his kids, that he would, like, record them doing stuff once in a while. I guess his, like, little, his son, like, really liked to make YouTube videos, and he would, like, edit the videos for him. It's so cute, and it's just, like, you know, I don't even know what to say, I don't know. I don't even know how to process a lot of things that are good. Weird thing, but, yeah. I don't know how to end this video. Like I said earlier, Mr. Green and the whole class, but Mr. Green mostly, I had a great relationship with him. He, actually, I remember that, on the back of the whiteboard, I think, the day of my last, class, one of my last ones, I think I had another day, which was like, oh, that's awkward, because I left, like, this beautiful message, and I wrote something like, you know, thank you so much, Mr. Green, you know, you were like a father to me, stuff like that, and I think he took a picture of it, too, and, you know, I saw him the next day or something, and I hugged him, and I probably cried, too, but he was, and, I'm really fortunate to have that relationship, because, you know, that time was really getting to me, because graduation from high school is a big deal. People act like it's not, but it really was for me. And I felt kind of alone, because everyone else was like, oh my god, I'm so excited to graduate. And I was just like, I'm gonna be lost without, the schedule and everything that I'm used to. So, yeah. Mr. Green made me feel supported, valid, intelligent, like I was worth something, when a lot of times I felt like I questioned if I was. You know, and a lot of that, again, to give Mr. Green props, Mr. Green is really smart, and, he went through a lot in his life, and he is genuinely a good person. Like, I've met a lot of people, you know, that are good people, but Mr. Green I never remember him failing me. Not with grades, but he never failed me to, always be a great role model, and, I think his kids and his family are very fortunate too. The kids who have his class, very fortunate. I really hope that, you know, that people are able to appreciate that. I think it's very lucky. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Just wanted to get that out there, put that positive energy out there, because, you know. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my god, wait. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Is it here? Is it? Oh, shit. where did I put it? Yeah. Oh god, so much stuff I gotta go through, dude. No! Where is it? Oh man. Oh, nuts! That would be funny if I had the thing that I was looking for. That would be really funny. Oh, and it's probably on the other side of my bed, too. Oh god. Everything's everywhere. Everything's everywhere. Okay. Well, it's not funny now because you won't get it, but there's a company that makes biscottis called Oh Nuts. And he said that, I don't remember what it was, that his family gave it to him or something and it was on his doorstep. And I was so excited because he brought it in and he was like, does anyone want one of these to try? And I was like, yes, definitely me. I thought everyone would be crazy, but I guess when you grow up a little bit, you don't go crazy for food anymore. But I was like, yes, I want them really bad. Oh my god, wait. Oh yeah, and apparently they're expensive. But I might buy one of those because they're actually really good biscottis. They're fucking good. And the thing that blew my mind was he didn't like them, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the class hated it. I loved those biscottis, dude. I ate them all in one day. And it's like a pretty big box, like, I think 12 of them, which is a lot. And I ate those shits down. And I still have the box somewhere. I have the box somewhere. I think it's in the corner of my bed over there. And I didn't know what to do with it. I think I'm gonna cut out, like, the logo, put it on my wall or something, like the fucking rest of everything else I have. That was, like, I think like, oh my god, yeah, I think that was like the second or third day that I ever had this class, because I remember we had to do a presentation about ourselves, or like what we did over the summer, you know, stuff like that. And I put a picture of me with the biscottis box in front of my mirror and stuff like that in my room, and I was like, thank you for the biscottis, etc., etc. I have that somewhere. Oh my god. The presentation, I mean. So, that was really early. Oh my god, I fucking love those things. And I never had one before. I loved it. He let me take the whole box. It was awesome. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Okay, but, I'm very appreciative that I had that. And I got to experience that. And I was almost about to run out of time because, junior year and then senior year of high school, and I went to college for one semester, and then I got scared that I was gonna kill myself, so I left. Yeah. This video is almost an hour long. I feel like I should have more things to say, but I just don't know, you know. Yeah. Mr. Green was like a dad to me, and he was very smart, and I mean, he just dealt with things really well, in a very interesting way, and, you know, it was funny, and everyone liked Mr. Green, dude. If you didn't like Mr. Green, that is a you problem, and I probably will not like you. If you don't like Mr. Green, bro, sorry, but I can't get along with everyone. I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, yeah, I can't get along with everyone. That's just how it is, okay? And I'm alright with that at this point. If you don't like Mr. Green, I don't like you! Anyway, yeah. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed, okay? I just wanted to upload this video. Because, yeah. Okay. I want to, okay? I just wanted to get this out there. And I was really mad earlier because I was thinking about all the stuff that made me mad. But sometimes, thinking about good things is good. And I'm so glad, I'm literally so glad, because when I have my fits of rage about men, I think about Mr. Green, and he didn't fail me. And I was, like, I knew, like, he had a wife and kids, so obviously women didn't hate him. And it was like, I was like, okay, from everything I know about him, he's a really good guy, and he's always treated me really well. And I was like, how much do I have to look into something to think if someone's good or bad, you know? Maybe I should just let it be and be like, you know what, he's a good guy. Instead of being afraid that I'm wrong. So, yeah. I don't know how to end this video. Because I don't know what the goal of this video was. I just wanted to share that, really lovely experience. Literally, I have a lot of memory issues, but that class, like specifically senior year, very memorable to me, and it's just awesome. Like, it was just great. Yeah, I don't know. Very influential. It changed my life. It really did. I think it really changed my life. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We also did Pictionary, by the way. We did Pictionary in that class. Pictionary rocks, dude. So yeah, I hope to see him someday. See him someday again. Sometimes I see people at work, and I'm like, once in a while I think it might be him. If it was, oh my god, I would actually scream. Like, I'd be like, Mr. Green, I'm over here. I would freak out, dude. And I've seen my my math teacher. My math teacher was good to me too. He told me, a side rant about my math teacher, but I was like, I always thought I was really dumb and stupid. And he said, basically, you're not dumb, and, you're very thorough, and you're slow. He didn't say that, but he said, you know, you're a thorough learner, and you take a while to learn because you want to make sure that you know everything first before doing things. And he said that one of his best students in one of his older classes, who did the highest on test scores, was actually the last person to finish the test. So, that, I thought about that a lot. He was really good to me too. Very nice man. You know, he always smelled like coffee. Like black coffee. Anyway. So yeah, Mr. Green made me the person I am today. Yeah. I should just probably end it. Like, I don't know what else to say, but, you know. Yeah. Alright. I don't know what else to say. Mr. Green, if you're watching this, which you definitely aren't, if you are, thank you for being a part of my life. Because you changed me significantly from who I could have been. And if I never met you, I feel like I would have a lot more problems than I do now. And I already have a lot of problems. So, you being my teacher actually really healed a lot of things in me. And, I am just very thankful for that. I'm very appreciative of all your support, and, yeah. I hope that you live the best life that you deserve. And, thank you. For being you, and, appreciating who I am. And, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, another thing. This is just really dumb, but, I like to walk around barefoot with socks on, like, at school, and, Mr. Green, like, he, again, like, I'm so used to not taking myself seriously that I don't know if people actually believe me anymore, if they're lying to me, or if they think it's just a bit. So, but, I told him that, like, I like walking around barefoot. I think it connects me to nature. And he was like, yeah, there's actually a documentary that, I don't know if you watched or if you just heard about it. I think you watched it, though. It's called, what is it called? I don't remember, but I took notes on it. And he said, this documentary is about grounding. And, it's interesting. And I watched it in his class on my laptop and I took notes. But that's not all. The class started, doing this weird thing where they copied me, and they all took off their shoes, and we took walks around the hallway, in our school, and we didn't wear shoes. And not only that, when it was nice and warm outside, we went to the football field, and we just ran around with no shoes or socks on. And Mr. Green did that too. So that's just a really good memory, again, of me making, even though it's a small and stupid impact on people, like, they all were like, oh, this is really funny, and Sam does this, so we're all gonna do it. And, again, type of power that, I think even today, I think I chase a little bit of that, feeling that. For the better, for the worse. Just a little silly thing I wanted to include. Cause I have pictures of that too. Yeah. Really just awesome time. So, I don't have anything else to say. This video is actually almost an hour long, and I'm hurting by sitting here for so long. So, yeah. Yep, nothing else to say. I already said my piece. Alright, I'm gonna go for real now. I'm probably gonna upload this video tonight. Yeah. I will see you guys later if you're watching this. I'm making more videos. I'm doing it. Now that I'm out of college, I feel like a person again. So, gonna be working on that. Really tired, really confused. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Bye!